Alright guys, today I'm going to show you a different kind of snare. Well, it's the same thing, but it is with a different type of cable and a different type of lock. So, tools you're going to need: some linesman pliers to cut your cable with, and to crimp a deer stop on. You have to have one in your state. And second is just a little crimp tool. My great grandpa gave this one to me, so you can see, and if you can hear it, it kind of ratchets, so like that, and I can even let go of this and it'll stay like that. And then so you're gonna need one lock. These are suregrip cam locks. If you can see, they have little teeth on them. Here, wait. Well, I can't get it really focused, but right there you can. I'm trying to get it so you can see the little teeth on there. Right there, you can see the little teeth on there. And those are the kind I got for these, because I'm using 1/16 inch cable for these, so you really don't want that thing to back off any. So you're gonna need one lock. Again, in my state, in West Virginia, you have to have a deer stop. I just make these with 14 gauge wire. They hold a lot, so I make mine with a basically extension cable for an end. So I'm going to need 2 double ferrules. If you're not going to make it with an extension cable for the end, you're only going to need one of these, but you're going to need another stop and the swivel washer and all that. So I just got 2 of these double ferrules. You can see they have 2 little holes in there, like right there. You can see they have 2 holes in them. And then you're going to need 1 stop button. Again, if you're going to do it so it has a swivel on the end, you're only going to need you're going to need 2 stops instead of just the 1. So now to do this, I use 5-foot pieces of I use just a 5-foot piece. This is 1x19. It's 1/16, but 1x19. Like the cable's not, it's not 7x7, it's 1x19 instead. So you can see, just got it in there, cut it. Then you can set these to the side, and that's really all you need with these, unless you put a deer stop on. So you can see I got my little piece. First thing, put a stop button on one end, just because I build my snares from the extension cable end up. So you want to leave about 1/16 of an inch of cable. These things are a little tricky. My grandpa actually gave them to my dad whenever he was getting out of electrical, so they're pretty old. Okay, squeeze that down. Make sure everything's nice and tight. And right there. So you can see that thing is smashed down real good on there. Then get your double ferrule, slide it through one end, then you're going to basically slide it down until you're about 3 inches away. Well, it can be down on it for all matter. And you just get it and put it right back through there. So now what you have is basically a loop on one end with a stop button, so you can make this real big real small. And then that's really all you do with that. So I just like to hang this thing up on a nail I got here. Kind of makes it a little easier. Okay. So now you have just this piece of cable. So what you do is you get your lock. Okay. Lock's basically, if you hold it upside down, it doesn't go down. And then you hold it right side up. You can see that piece flip down. So here, I'll do that one once more. Like that. So you can see that part flips down. You want to get that part that flips down. Okay, so you want it so that this part's down. And you feed your cable through that part that flipped down on it. Okay, and then you can slide that up your snare. Now, you want to get another double ferrule, just feed it through once. And slide it on there. Next, you get your cable and your lock. You can see there's another little hole in that lock. That's where your other end of your cable attaches to it. So you get this, and you want to kind of let the snare move. So if it's bending in the wrong spot, then it'll spin around. But you get this, put it through that other little hole. And right now, I mean, you don't want a snare to sit like that, because I mean, once that thing goes down, it's real hard to go down now. So what I do is I leave about an inch over. Well, that's probably, well, yeah, about an inch. And then I just take it and I bend it. So you can see it's bent. I take my double ferrule, bring it up here, slide that other wire through there so it looks something like that. Then I crimp that down. Like that, and then just squeeze that down, and then let go. Okay, now if you don't have to use deer stops in your state, that is a legal snare. I mean, that's a done snare, except for loading it if you need to. Well, if you want to, that's optional. I like to load my snares. I think it makes them fire faster anyway. So. These snares, guys, they're good for pretty much fox. They can hold coyote. I wouldn't specifically go trapping coyote with these. I would do a little heavier. Like I make these. These are 3/32. That's what I use for a coyote right now. But I would use these for fox, coon, possum if you're trying to catch a possum. I don't know. My buddy, he goes, just make sure you have a swivel on it if you're going out for coyote. But my buddy, he traps coyotes with 1/16 inch cable just like this, but he uses swivels for his ends. I don't know how he gets them to stay on. Because for me, the washer I got, the hole in them was basically that big. As big as that stop button right there. So the stop button just goes through the washers, and whatever's in it will get out. So I'm gonna put a deer stop on this real quick. They need to be, well, in West Virginia, which is where I'm at. They have to be 2.5 inches. So let's just get the tape measure down here. Anyway, I'll show you what I do. Okay. So now I get it to where my tape's reading 2.5, and you can see I got these little marks on here, a dot right there, and I got them going. There's more. Like there's another one right here. Then there's another one right here. But anyway, what I'm gonna do is, hang on, right there. This is my 2.5 inch. This is 2.5 feet from my spool. If you want to know how to make one of these things, it's pretty easy. I'll try to make another video on how I made it. So and you can see I can just get my cable, and it just gets on there. So it does have a problem with doing that, but it'll be alright. Here, let me set you guys back up here. Gotta get to where I can see it. So right here is my 2.5 inch mark, 2.5 foot from my spool, and then I usually make my snares 5 foot. So 2.5 inch. I'll make a mark at 2.5 inch, so I don't have to keep guessing. There. There's a little mark there. You can see that mark right there. Yeah. So now I'll just get my deer stop. I need to trim this one down. It's a little big. I mean, I can trim them down when they're still on my snare. It's just easier to do when they're not. I might have trimmed that one down a little too short, but it'll be alright. Actually, no, it won't be. I'm sorry, guys. Should have done this before the video, but really didn't think about it. Okay, that's good. So now we'll just get this. Dang it. Hang on. Well, I'm sorry, guys. I'm taking a while to get this thing on here. There we go. Okay. This is my old one that I thought was too short, so whatever, I guess we'll see. Okay, that's 2.5 inches. So I'm gonna put it on here at 2.5 inches. Okay, which was right there. Actually, I'll go a little more than 2.5, because guys, the only thing that deer stops are made for, they're not made for if a deer gets a snare around his neck. They're made for if he gets it around his foot, so that I'm not sure if I got that in frame, but you can see. Now I got that little piece on there all crimped down. So there's basically your finished snare. I'll show you how to load it real quick. Not hard at all. You just stretch out about, well, I usually hold, you need about 10 inches, and this is for coons, which I use about a 6-inch loop for it. I use about a 6-inch loop for coons, so, and this thing will make it so it'll tighten up basically to right there as soon as they touch it. So anyway, alright guys, how you get these locks off? Whenever they tighten, they'll tighten up like that. So to get them off, all you gotta do is you can see right now that this thing won't come back up. To get it to come back up, all you do is press this. All you gotta do is press this down, because you can see not come back up. Press that down, hold it there. It'll go however far back you need it to. So if you didn't know that, there you go. Now I'll show you how to load the snare. So I'm gonna do it right here. This on my little vise. So all I do is I grab my ferrule and about 10 inches above it, and you just run it down. Ease up at the end. I did it 3 times like that, so you can see, I have about a 6-inch loop. The thing falls. Oh, I guess it didn't do it hard enough. Hang on, you guys. It takes a little practice to get them good. Okay, how about that? There. So now I'm doing about 6-inch loop. They touch it. It should spring down. Like that probably. Yeah, you see how that sprung down? So guys, they touch it. They're not just gonna be like tap. No, they're gonna all of a sudden nudge it, and you can see kind of springs down like that, and then you got them. There's no way they're getting out of that, cause I mean, coon's neck's about that small, and it's around its neck. I mean, and as they're pulling, it's just gonna get tighter and tighter and tighter. So, yeah. Watch for my next video, guys. Another way to spool up snares is you just, especially with these 5-foot ones, I do about a about a 5-inch loop like that. I get this. I just feed it in and out. You can just keep doing that, and it makes it all nice and neat. So now you can see there's your snare complete. I even hold it by the loop so you can see it's not going to frail out or anything. Let's see. Crap. Okay. But I 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I got 18 of these snares since about 3 days ago. So I'm averaging about 6 snares a day. So yeah. What fell, guys? I got this little spike I found in the woods hanging up out here, and it fell and his tooth came out. But anyway, I think I'm gonna go throw this out back. But yeah, so 18 snare. Sorry, not 18. Yeah, 18. My bad. But however many I said before, I can't remember. But yeah. And then keep an eye out for my next video. I want to show you how to make snare swivels. Also going to show you how to make they're whammies. So you just put that on your cable, and you can put a wire through that and adjust to adjust your snare. So keep an eye out for that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that today. I don't know if I'm going to have enough wire or not. I'll at least show you how to make the whammies. But I'll probably connect those into the same video, so it'll probably be on a Saturday or Sunday before I get that up. So thanks for watching, and yeah, any questions about how to do anything, or I need video suggestions. So if you have anything that you'd like to see in a video, please comment and I'll be glad to show you. I think I showed in one of my other videos. This is my 3/32 ones. I got a dozen of them right here in this box. So yeah. So tell me what you think, guys, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.